Egypt, they had an issue because they were trying to make brick without straw. Where he get the stone? Where he get the brick? Where he get whatever that was, where it was made of? Where he get it from? It's Jesus' resources, right? Because Jesus is the source. If Jacob made a well, he made a resource. Jacob ain't even a resource because Jacob is dead and gone. So if you at Jacob's well, Jacob ain't even a resource. Because check it out, Jacob dead and gone. So if you was waiting on Jacob, you would be thirsty and you would be dead too. Because Jacob is not a resource. Jacob ain't even a source. Jacob was a conduit. Get it straight. Conduit. Spell it C-O-N-D-U-I-T. You want to understand what I'm there? Look it up. But I'm going to tell you what God shows me. Out of that water needs to flow through you, right? Jacob was a conduit that God used to make this well, which was a resource so that people could drink from it until the source, which was Jesus, who was sitting on it, came to talk to the Samaritan woman who did not have an understanding of who she was talking to, but he told her, go get your six. Go get your six. I looked up a scripture and it was Psalm 100. But you know me, I'm all over the Bible with it. Go get your six. Stop worrying about where I'm coming from and worried about where you going. Where she coming from in the scripture, Casuals? You ain't got the word in your heart by now to know what Samaritan woman is? I'm playing with y'all, not to do it. I think somewhere in John. I'm playing with y'all, I don't know it's that either. Know the story though, know a little bit about it. Woman, Jesus, well, he said, you a Gomer. Go get the 5 men, you have 5 husbands plus a 1. Go get your 6. Know the story a little bit. So you can follow. Nobody knows the Bible. But we know a little bit about each chapter. You discuss it. You go to a book club with your girls. You discuss it with your girls. Do you know what every piece of every word is? People try to get me to do that for them. We're gonna need you to list everything and I'm like, okay, play the game. I'm down on my knees on Thursdays, every Thursday at 7 o'clock with the church, praying. You gonna come pray with me? Oh no, I can't do that. No. But you got comment. I have not once seen you or heard you on the prayer call, ever. A woman came on the prayer call that had cancer. She came from another church, somewhere off in the distance. We don't know where she came from. She just appeared on the prayer call. I was praying with us. Someone from another church came in and was praying with us. She got a better percentage on the prayer call than you do. She came once. She got a better percentage than you. You haven't seen her since. She came in like the wind. We don't know why she was there. We don't know what happened when she left. I got my thoughts on it. She had a screen light off. She had a camera on. She had things, but she was there. And I said, I care about call her by her name because her name is on the thing. So I said, let's say her name is Celeste or whatever. I said, Celeste. And she said, yeah. And everybody stopped because you know Jamie's gonna say something crazy always, and nobody really has said anything. When we chatting at the end, so I called her out. I called her out in a good way. Call her out. We see you. We acknowledge you. We want you to know that we love you. I said, Celeste. I said, so dark. It seems so dark inside your little box. Can we see your face? I know you got something. I saw you like come on a couple of times. We can't really see you. I want to talk to you. To God be the glory. Now we're praying for her. To God be the glory. I'm still praying for her. To God be the glory. I'm still praying for her. Do I know if that the story that she gave us, whether that's true or not? No. I have no idea. It's not for me to know. I know she was inside of the house. She was wearing a baseball cap and she was on the prayer call. All I know is that we on the prayer call are 5 strong, maybe. And it's a whole bunch of opinions floating up around there. Whew. The very well that you're looking for, looking to as a resource. He said you won't have to come to this well to get water no more. I am the source. I am the source of it. He's the source of the stone, the source of the water. We just consider the water because he said she came with water pots So we just consider the water and make him, when he basically said, I'm the source, because he sit on top of Jacob. Forget being I said, that's the man that wrestled Jacob back in Genesis 32. That's the man that wrestled him. Let's go there real fast. I will go there. I know that one. I believe it's Genesis 32. Jesus sitting on top of Jacob. Well, she asked questions. She asked questions. He was waiting for her. He was. Genesis 32:24. Then Jacob was alone, and the man wrestled with him until the breaking of day. Now we don't know what wrestling looks like. Wrestle? A man? No. Genesis? No, I want to wrestle with no Genesis, man. I want to wrestle with I don't want to wrestle with Revelations, man. Either. I think we Revelations people, and people in Revelations will shank you. So I don't want to wrestle with no Revelations, man. I want to wrestle with no Genesis, man. I think I want to wrestle with No, David was crazy. They were stabbing people in the rib cages and stuff. They would find creative ways to kill you. I don't wrestle on Psalms, man, either. I have an issue because I don't think I want to wrestle. I'm bugging y'all, but I don't think I want to wrestle with Genesis, Psalms, or Revelations. I don't want to wrestle with any of those men. Paul was bald. He was walking around killing everybody. He ain't wrestle. He just killed. But he would drag you out and murder you. And he was singing in the prisons. Paul ended up doing, singing in the prisons, exactly what he was killing people for. And you gonna ask me to wrestle? See, David would run up where people and stab them, or at least he fought for life. He was off a distance and he threw the stone, right? And then Paul he was on his horse. Remember, he was on his high horse, but then Jesus knocked him off his horse. That's how he got blind for a couple of days. So, but Jesus did that from heaven, and he was on earth, right? So there was a distance, right? A little bit of distance between them. But Jesus got up in Jacob's face. Jesus wasn't playing with Jacob. Jesus was not playing with Jacob, because this is the Old Testament I'm talking about right now. 8 man. This is Jesus that we're talking about. 8 man walked up and started wrestling with him. It just says it like that. It just says, you don't wrestle. You don't just wait. Excuse me. Can you say excuse me? Ask me if I want something to eat first. Like if we could discuss the terms and what is a win and what's a lose. Is there gonna be a referee? Like you ain't got on a singlet. Then Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled with him. No. And a man wrestled with him. How did it start? Excuse me, did I say something about your mother or something? Did I do something? Did I say something bad? Did I do something I don't know I did it? I offended you? I talked about the chicken? What did I do? A man wrestled with him. That just happened. It just happened. A man wrestled with him. What you mean a man wrestled? David got to be a ways off from Goliath. He was running around trying to avoid getting hit by Goliath's spear, right? Sword and spear. You come at me with a sword and spear. David was ducking and diving and ducking and and then he threw the stone, bam, hit him in the forehead, and he ran up to him and cut his head off. He was a ways off from that giant though when he killed him, right? When he stunned him, he killed him from up close because he was knocked out. See, when the kill is up close, right? But the stun is always from far away. There was no stunning here. In the wrestle, there's immediate close contact sport between the two of us. Jesus walked up to Jacob and just close contact immediately. Jesus, I love you, big brother, but I'm a little nervous about that. I have some temptations about that. I have some questions. I have some questions about that. Because close contact and attack, that's like me coming up close contact with you and throwing a stone at you. It's almost like everything I've got is exposed. Not only am I skin to skin with you, but I am exposed to you, and I am exposed, right? He sent his family on, and its caravan on, and it says, verse 22, he took them, that's his family, sent them over the brook, and sent over what he had. Then Jacob was left alone, and a man wrestled. It doesn't say a man walked up to him and said, excuse me, can I wrestle with you for a second? Excuse me, can I? No. And a man wrestled. It's like somebody just walking up to you and just taking hold of you and putting you in bondage. Nobody wants to be in close contact with anybody right now anyway, because still the waves of COVID are still there. We can be in close contact, but we don't really trust it that much. I'm not trying to lick my hands and eat what you are cooking. I'm not trying to do that. Unless I have to,